So I am starting to think that this shirt is just supposed to be wrinkly because every time I put it on, I even steamed it. It's still wrinkly. So maybe that's actually just part of the style. And I'm just going to roll with that and not like accept that maybe I have really, really bad steaming skills. Like how can you be bad at that? Apparently maybe I am, but my shirt has nothing whatsoever to do with today's pour, but welcome to my world. I'm going to tell you all about today's pour in just a minute, but before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for day 350 of 365 days of soap. And today is the Soaprentice's turn at the Mosaic soaps. Now, we're still using the Cashmere Glow from Maple Street. We knew it was going to discolor just based on the vanillin, and you saw it in mine. It super did. And so I used activated charcoal knowing that. So I have a black soap with all the weird mosaics. Yes. I didn't really find this to be too terribly enjoyable. And I'm interested to see, what Georgia May's opinion is on the entire process and what she thought of it, because she is an artist, but art is different in all, artists approach art in different ways. And if this isn't your medium, then it's not your medium. For people that are super into the little actually creating a mosaic with the pieces of glass and stuff, I imagine this would be a really cool soap for them to make if they're also soapers. Yes. For Georgia May though, I don't know. Let's go check out her pour and the process, and we'll get her final thoughts, throughout the video. So as you can see with Georgia's design thing here, we took that suggestion to use big pieces, literally, like both of us. And so that's fun. Hey, is that one of the burgundy bars? Oh my god. If she cut up my last burgundy bar, I might cry a little bit. I've had that on my shelf for 6 years. It might be gone forever. It might be in this mosaic. Yeah, so anyway, the mosaic pour, and I was actually a little bit surprised that Georgia went this route with it. Because we saw mine yesterday, and I'm not artistic, right? By any stretch of the imagination. But the Soaprentice definitely is. I mean, for crying out loud, she painted a Bob Ross, right? Like a Bob Ross in soap form. She soaped a Bob Ross painting. I guess I should be more specific with that. Go watch that. It's freaking amazing. And so I sort of expected her to do something really over the top with this. And, as a result, take 7 days on one soap in order to make that so. But she's not. And I think one of the reasons why is because we have been having a really rough time. The entirety of 2021 has been basically devoted to Amy Warden Soap challenges. And so even in times where we could be flexing our creative muscle, we're still at this point where it's yeah, but I don't feel like flexing it this way. And so I think so much of it is just it was a really hard project to take on, I think, because ultimately it ended up kind of killing our creative vibe. And it's been difficult to soap like this because we usually just love just making new stuff all of the time and just playing around with things and, you know, creating our own thing as the pours, you know, take us to new places. And so I think both of us just kind of walked into this challenge going, okay, I'll do it, but it's just going to be to say that we did, and neither one of us were in the right headspace really to do something ridiculous with the designs and the patterns and stuff, as evidenced by, you know, again, when I saw this soap, I went, really? I didn't expect that to be coming from Georgia. I mean, we'll talk more about the actual, like, you'll be able to see it in just a minute. Like, she actually does have a form and there's a design and there's like something in mind with all of it. But I honestly thought she was going to be the person that put together a whole bunch of little tiny 1/4-inch squares and made a bird. And we just, sometimes you dial things in, and I guess this challenge is the one that we're dialing it in for. So let's go check out her pour and her things and talk more about that design, because as you can see, there's like some symmetry there. So yeah, let's go check that out. Yeah, so as you can see, there definitely there's some symmetry with this. Like, she has like the Ravenclaw stripes there in the middle. There's another Ravenclaw striped triangle on the other side, and the 4 half circle or like pie shapes with the white and the pink soap, that's on all 4 corners. And then the other, like, she put some real thought into this for sure. Seriously, is that burgundy bar? Is that brown bar there one of the bro codes? Or the burgundy bar? Did I say bro code earlier? I meant burgundy bar if I did, because burgundy. Yeah, but like, she definitely cut these up nicely. She's got a shampoo bar in there. She's got some scratch and dent bars in there. She's got a thin lines that was a teak wood in there. She's got Ravenclaw. She's got a shave bar. She's got pieces from the Taylor Swift failed batch. She's got some cool stuff in there, for sure. Like, and her soap batter's a little bit thicker than mine. And oh look, she's fixing her design. I didn't fix my design. I just went, how did the people do it with tiny pieces after seeing the tiny piece soaps? Like, how mine moved. And yeah, that's, what else does she have in there? I think there's a whetstone in there. I mean, so I guess on one hand, for like soaps that you didn't like or whatever, this is totally another fun way to, you know, bring them back to life or whatever. But for the soaps that you don't like because like the design wasn't there, or maybe you cut them a little too small or whatever, I mean, that's what my mystery bar is. That's what my scratch and dent line is. There are always discount soaps. Like, you can always still make your money off of them. So it seems to me a little bit strange to go this route instead. But, you know, I mean, these make for great mystery bars, honestly. Like, this becomes the everything but the kitchen sink bar in big crazy ways, because there are like, you know, 12 different types of soaps in there. Some of them shampoo bars, some of them exfoliants, all of their scents and what they were mingling with this cashmere glow. Like, it's wild just across the board. This is very interesting. And, you know, it's definitely an everything but the kitchen sink bar for sure when this is all said and done. Now, again, there's not a lot to this. You put it in around the things and try to keep your design in place as much as you can. But I think on the bottom part, the bottom half of the mold closest to the Soaprentice, she just stopped trying to keep those in the right place. It's just, you know. Okay, I don't. I know I did a lot of this yesterday too. Like, what are you? But I just don't know. Like, I need help. This is a weird thing for me because at one point I'm at some, you know, on one hand I'm like, no, this is not for me. But on the other hand, I'm like actively aware that both of us dialed this in. And so also this is becoming one of those things where it was like, well, now I want to do it for real and like create a design and whatever. So I don't know. I might be revisiting this one. I really don't think Georgia wants to though. Like her experience with this pour after she finished it, she, you know, she texted me and she's like, effectively what she said was meh. And I think we're just in a weird headspace to do a mosaic, honestly. Like, and also, I'm not a mosaic artist or an artist at all, but that Georgia May also did something like this, I think that just means that the collective one brain cell that we share was both in a very strange headspace and just was not feeling particularly creative. Let's go check out this cut and see what her bars look like. Now, because I had weirdness with my soap as I was cutting it, like the next day, and had to let it sit for a few more days before I could plane them and really clean everything up, I decided to go ahead and let the Soaprentices sit for that long too. Now, normally she cuts her own bars, but she'll never cut her own slabs. She doesn't feel comfortable doing it. And, you know, I mean, we should have slab cutters, but we don't because I use a crooked knife. And that's just something about old dogs and new tricks. That's me. So anyway, I did let this sit for a few days before even attempting to cut it into its, you know, individual bars. And that did work out better with this old soap in there, like, you know, year plus old soap hanging out there and fresh soap batter around it. It did work out better as far as adhesion and things not just like breaking off and, you know, whatever. So that's good. That's totally good. Also, oil blend for this. This was my big bubble blend. So it's 60% hard oils, so coconut and palm, and 40% liquid, olive, canola, castor. That's it. And so it's good. They'll be a very cool lather. Like, I think these bars will be a very interesting experience to use. Both these ones and the ones that I made yesterday. The smell is amazing. And we both made them black, assuming that the vanillin content was going to discolor. So that's what we went with for this cashmere glow. And, but yeah, no, for something like this, because you have just these differences in thicknesses and cure times and hardness and all of the jazz, totally wait for a while before cutting it. And this is me planing some of the bars off, and they're very cute. Like, you see the ones that are sort of cut and standing up on their side there in the left hand screen. She's got some cool stuff going on there for sure. Like, I get a 70s vibe from that burgundy and like white and gray one there in the upper left, and then you got that bright pink pop of color there with a little Pac-Man looking green thing at the there. That's very cool. I like that. That looks very pretty. It looks wildly better than mine did yesterday. Mine yesterday were just like a okay, what's going on here thing, and hers they're cute. They tell little stories. They're mosaic-ish, and you know, like retro. I don't know. I'm getting like modern type vibes. Is that what you're getting on this? I don't understand design, and I don't understand a lot of anything really, but yeah, they're cute. They're much cuter than mine, but also I know that both of us could have tried harder on this one. I just don't think we wanted to. Like, those are beautiful bars, and we just didn't want to make them any different than those. And that actually works because Georgia went, well, this is what I'm doing, and it looked really good. Hers totally worked, and there's more of the potential to be able to put them back together, but also I'm not good at that. The last 2 days have been just me talking about the things I'm not good at, so hopefully tomorrow I will have all of my confidence back, but Georgia May needs to keep all of hers because she did a great job with this one. So the final thoughts on the actual soap challenge for the Mosaic, neither one of us are super into it. It could be very cool if you're specifically setting out to do this and you make fresh soap with the intention of cutting it up into cute little whatevers. We didn't do that. If we had time and this was the only thing that we had to make in a day, then maybe we would have. But, you know, when you only have X amount of time that you can devote to, you know, this for this video, and you still have to go make your like 1,000 other things in a day, like literally, that this is what we did. And for that reason, I think more than anything, we both kind of found it, we can do without it. The scent, however, on this is absolutely extraordinary. So for all of the people on the Facebook page for like the Scent Sluts and Hoes page that recommend this, yeah, it's a good one. So if you were wondering if you should get the Cashmere Glow, you should do the thing because it's delightful. I loved soaping with it, and so did the Soaprentice. They were really good scents, for sure. If you are interested in either one of these mosaics, got the nice activated charcoal in it, good detox, that's awesome. Scent blend is great, lather is nice and creamy. You can get them on the website at soapandclay.com. That would be awesome. If you're interested in seeing what else we do for the last 15 days of year one, assuming that we're going to do a year two, right? You should subscribe to the channel because that will actually help me decide whether or not I want to do year two at all. For those of you who are subscribed, hey, thank you for contributing to my desire to do a year two. I appreciate you each and every day. Thank you for joining me for another round of soapy fun. I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.